Hi, I am Irene from A Gamer's Wife, and I wanted to do a new series where I try to do things that I'm not very good at for the first time because I love learning new things. I am a more of a jack of all trades, expert of none, and I saw Binging with Babish, I guess, a cooking YouTube channel, and he had this amazing recipe called Millionaire's Shortbread, which I love. It's like basically a very, very fancy Twix bar. Now, I have never made shortbread before. I have never made caramel before. I have never tempered chocolate before. So, and it is like 8 p.m. the night before Easter, and we are just gonna try to do this and go along for the ride. And if it fails, it's okay. And yeah, this is less of a tutorial and more of a how did I fare as a not great cook or baker at all. So I was trying to say, my maternal grandmother, she could make these like 10-course meals every week for her family, and she always told her kids, oh, don't worry about cooking and just worry about studies, I'll take care of everything. And so because of that, my mom never learned how to cook. I lived in a household with two working parents, and my mom just learned to kind of be a short order cook. And then when I was growing up, that's kind of the example I saw, was just throw everything together, and if it's edible, and fits somewhat the food pyramid, and you got your veggies in, like, we're good to go. Okay, taking a taste test break. Not bad. But yeah, I'm afraid to keep putting flour in it, but it looks like I have to keep putting flour in it, so let's go. And then I got married to a husband whose mom is a great cook, and she actually did learn how to cook from her own mother, and so he has certain standards and isn't willing to eat like trash. So I definitely had to up my cooking game, and so yeah, I'm one of those people that doesn't have like family recipes that have been passed down through the generations, or at least from my mom. I look up everything online via just blogs or YouTube, and then obviously my husband, Mr. Gamer's Wife, has given some of his favorite recipes as well. But this one is a brand new one. We'll see how hard it is, how good it tastes, and then whether or not it's worth the effort will depend on whether I save the printed recipe. I have a whole binder full of recipes which are the best ones that I will definitely use again. All right, it is the next morning. I definitely stayed up way too late reading a book, and so it is 7:30 a.m. and time to start with the caramel, which again, never made before. Let's see how it goes. All right, that was a bit of an adventure. I think the caramel just got way too hot and was starting to crystallize, or I wasn't whipping constantly enough, and so I thought near the end I definitely was. But it is definitely way too thick. It didn't spread at all. I don't have an offset spatula, whatever that is. And maybe my thermometer isn't that accurate. I probably like overshot the temperature. Anyways, it's all good now. I just washed my pants, changed into new ones, and now we are on to the chocolate. All right, so the next step is to do the chocolate, and you need a double boiler, which I don't have, but apparently it's pretty easy. You just put a few inches of water in the bottom saucepan that's slightly bigger than the bowl so that the steam heats up the chocolate. Oh, okay. Apparently it is already way past 120. Whoopsies! Okay, note to self, next time tempering chocolate, put the temperature like way lower for the stove, like medium low boiling water. I just gave my daughter a lick of the dark chocolate, and she just went, just went to go spit it out. So we'll see. All right, let's cover it and put it in the refrigerator for 10 minutes before cutting. All right, I had to move out of the kitchen because the kids are watching a show and I don't want to get copyrighted. But basically, when I was cutting it, the shortbread kept really, really crumbling. So I think I definitely used way too much flour, even though technically it mushed together. But afterwards, when you bake it, it just wasn't as hard and crispy. It definitely shattered a lot, like sand. And then the dark chocolate, the 100% cocoa with no sugar added, was definitely way too bitter. So if I'm going to change it, definitely I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, maybe go to half a cup more flour, but not add any more. And then I'm gonna change to semi-sweet chocolate. Will I make this again? Maybe. I think I need obviously a different thermometer and something that can hook to the side of the pot so that it will dip into the liquid but not touch the bottom of the pot. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, I learned a lot from me of things I could do differently. That's the way it always is with every recipe. You always end up having to tweak it. So enjoy your Millionaire shortbread and don't forget to try new things.